Instructional video for a hand crank material lift. Okay, this video and the instructions in it are not intended to supersede what comes in this little tube. Read enclosed operating instructions before operating lift. For the beginning of things, we're going to have to lock these outriggers and stuff in place before we can operate this machine. To do that, we're going to tip it backwards onto its transport wheels and get a lovely assistant to lock the legs in place. Okay, after these arms are lowered, you can see you slide this bracket in place and line up the pin in the holes. Next thing that happens is we lower these outriggers. Once they're lowered in place, they're held in place by this mechanism. In order to lift it, simply move the lever and then put it up. Putting it up otherwise, well, you can probably do it, but you're going to break something. Outriggers in place, both sides. Okay, essentially the unit is ready to go except for this safety strap. This strap is intended for transport purposes and simply keeps the carriage from moving and wrecking these cables. Okay, now you're just going to hand crank it up. Oh yeah, one more thing before we do that. Please take note of these decals. This particular one says load capacity 800 pounds. Do not exceed the capacity of the unit. And you just simply crank it upwards and we raise up our forks. Inside the forks, they have extensions. Okay, you can pull these extensions out. Oh. Whoops, not pulling hard enough on that. Okay, take note. Maximum load, 200 pounds. This thing will lift 800. Putting more than 200 pounds on the end of this thing is going to bend it. And that is an example of how to set up this machine properly and get some use out of it. Again, don't forget to read the instructions. And if all else fails, you can always call for help. 780-464-4929.